Okay, joining me now is Claudio Puelles, who picked up a huge win over Jordan Leavitt this past weekend. How are you, sir?
Hey, very well. Thank you, man. Thank you for the congrats. And yeah, I'm happy. I'm happy. I'm home here for a couple of weeks in Lima, Peru, after my fight. Just got here yesterday night. Had a rough flight, but I'm here.
A rough flight. Uh-oh, that doesn't sound good. What happened? You guys hit turbulence or?
Uh, Besides that, no, but I meant more of the delayed the flight had. I left Vegas yesterday at 8. No, well, I was supposed to leave at 8 in the morning. No, sorry, I got into the airport at 8 in the morning. I took my first flight at 10:30 to Houston, and from Houston I had to fly to Lima, and they made us wait about 3 hours inside the plane. Like they had us in the plane for 3 hours on the ground, saying they had like a technical issue or something. And then after we take off, it's 6 hours and a half. So I was almost 10 hours
Mm.
in the inside a plane, and maybe like 3 or 4 in the airports. So yeah, it was not too good, but yeah, I'm here. I'm happy. I didn't sleep much in the week either, so nothing new.
Well, I mean, you got to be happy with your performance. I mean, you gave Jordan Leavitt the first loss of his career, and you looked pretty darn impressive doing it, my man. Like, what was the game plan heading into this one, knowing what his specific skill set is?
So it was pretty different that what I showed in the fight. My game plan was to stick and move, keep it standing, uh, defend the takedowns. But things always get different in the fight. You don't always follow your game plan. Things change in the fight, but you have to adjust, and that's what I did. And I'm glad I did it correctly. I did it successfully. I adjusted my game plan. I'm happy because I had that in my mind. Like my game plan with my coaches was the one I was telling you. But I got into a fight, and uh, I felt that it wasn't working because he got me down. He was able to get me down, but I stood up pretty quick, and that started tiring him. Like he started getting tired because of that. And but I also saw like he was like kept on like hanging onto my legs. Like when I got up, he like took me down again. So I was like, I gotta switch the strategy. I feel like he's not better than me in that position, so I can win these positions. But I have to grapple. If I just like have in my mind, okay, get up and like break free from the grips, he was doing good in there. I was like, if I wrestle him too, I think I can beat him. So going into the second round, I switched that in my mind and I put the grappling wrestling on and just like took over the fight.
Yeah, and you looked really great in those grappling exchanges, and that's something that he's known for. Are you pretty pleased and impressed with your ability to go in there and kind of beat him at what he does best?
Yeah, of course. I'm happy. I'm happy that I beat him at his strongest suit. That's kind of like what GSP did. Maybe that's gonna become my thing.
Yes, sir, man. And at the end of the second round, you landed a big, I believe it was a left hook, and then you took his back. Did you feel like you were pretty close to maybe getting a finish there, or did he do a good job of defending, your submission attempts?
Yeah, no, it wasn't close. I wasn't close to getting the finish. I had the bag, I had the body triangle, but I had 45 seconds, and I was like, I look at the clock, and I was okay. I have 45 seconds. I can make something happen. But he had my wrists and my gloves like grabbed pretty good. Like I tried to like pulling away my hand like because he had grabbed and like his grip was pretty strong. Like I knew like when I tried taking my glove like my arm out, I was like no, I'm not gonna be able to finish like in this time because he had a grip pretty tight.
Mhm.
But it was definitely a position where you can finish very dominant.
Yeah, well, at the end of the day, you got the job done. You got the win. I got to ask, with so many judging controversies nowadays, you just never really know what the judges are looking at sometimes. Did you feel very confident that you were going to get your hand raised before the judges actually rendered their decision?
Oh my god, man! If I wouldn't have gotten that decision, I don't know how I would have reacted. I left all in there, and I felt he basically stopped trying to get back up on the third round. So and I tried putting a little more ground and pound together in the third round. I'm still not pleased with that part of my performance. I know I can do a lot more work from top. Like, I think I did right enough to win the fight, but that's something I'm gonna work on for next fight. I'm gonna do a lot more damage from top. Take my word for that. But yeah, no, I think I did more than enough. Come on, like there, he got like a little desperate and started like try to strike me from bottom, but he didn't get me that good. It was no real shots, and I had the positions, and I did a little more damage in the third round than the second. So yeah, I think I got the win pretty good.
Yeah, I mean, it was clear to me that you were going to get the win, but you just never really know with the judges nowadays. There's just been a lot of controversial decisions. Did you get a chance to talk to Jordan afterwards, and if so, what did you guys say?
Just a little inside the octagon. I didn't see him after. I would have liked to like exchange a couple more words with him, like behind the octagon, not really like outside. Because he seems like a cool dude. He's very very chill. But no, yeah, we. I thank him for the fight after on Instagram because I couldn't I didn't get to see him, and he told me to. He thanked me for he said thank you for the lesson. So it's always like learn, win or learn, and what I'm trying to take out of this is winning and learning. So I won the fight, but I also know that I have things to work at. It's not like okay I won so I'm the best. No, I still have a lot to work. I was getting a lot better on this new camp that I'm working now, Sanford MMA in South Florida. But I know I still have to like go back to the gym and work twice as hard and work on my and work on my weakest points.
Now, as I mentioned earlier, you gave him the first loss of his career. What's the significance of that for you here moving forward? I mean, because it's a really nice feather in your cap.
Hey, so actually that was the first thing I thought as soon as they gave me the decision. So before, like I've had like many things like I've thought of many things as soon as they gave me the wins before, like in the UFC. Sometimes being like, oh, I just got double money. Sometimes it was like, oh, I can't believe I won this fight because I was like getting at my fight in UFC Chile, I was getting beat up and I got the finish late in the third round. I got a comeback win, and I was like, oh shit, I got the win. Wow, like I can't believe it. On my other fight, it was like, oh, now I have like double money because like win and win bonus, and this fight actually my first like thought that came to mind was, oh, I just took this undefeated record. That's awesome. Like that's like something I was like I don't know. It felt really good. Felt really good.
Yeah, no doubt about it. And you guys were the first fight of the night. Do you like that? Do you like kicking off the event so you can kind of, relax and watch the other fights, or does that give you more nerves?
Oh man, it's pretty cool. So I think this will be my last time as first fight on the card. It's already been a couple of times like that. I think it's gonna be the last one probably, but I don't know. I'm already liking it. I'm really liking that. I get home, I'm eating, and it's only like we're only half in the card in. Like it's only that we're like at the half of the whole card, and I'm like already eating and showered at home. I'm watching the event, so not at home. Sorry, at the hotel. So it's not that bad. You get the nerves out. You don't know like so you're in your locker room, so you don't really know if the event is going on. Well, it's a little different in when there's a crowd because you can hear all the shouting. But you could be like the first fight and feel like it's like the fifth fight. You're not out there. You're not out there. You're like in the back room, so you don't really feel it. You don't really feel it, but then you get to enjoy the event later.
And I wanted to ask you, a lot of fighters feed off of the energy of the fans, and this fight obviously was at the Apex. This upcoming weekend, they're going to be in a stadium packed, I'm sure it's sold out, huge UFC 263 event. Would you prefer to fight at the Apex in more of that intimate setting, or would you like to be fighting in front of the fans? Do you feed off of that more?
Just a quick question before answering that. Where is this UFC 263 going to be?
It's in Arizona.
Oh, Arizona, nice. That's gonna be a big one. Yeah, my boy Brandon Moreno, he's fighting. Also the rematch, Adesanya versus Vittori. That's gonna be a big card. I'd like to be there. So answering your question, I don't know, man. I came through the Ultimate Fighters, so I knew how it felt to fight without a crowd. it felt the same. You get a little more focus because there's like no distractions. You can hear your coaches very well. You can also hear your opponent's coaches very well. That's also a thing. But I don't know. I enjoyed it a lot. I enjoyed this walkout a lot because I could hear my song perfectly without hearing like shouts, like yells from everybody. But at the end of the day, this is an spectator sport, and you need the fans. We need the fans to actually get paid what we supposed to be getting paid. so yeah, I want to fight with a crowd again. It was good to have this no crowd fight after a long layoff. But now this next fight, I like to have a crowd fight. But if I get like later on, I don't know if the next fight or the next fight, a no crowd, I'll be good. Like I'm not gonna say no.
Yeah, yeah, no doubt about it. Now, you mentioned you were back at the hotel shortly after the fight. Did you get a chance to, or did you even want to go out and celebrate afterwards? Because Vegas is wide open now. Did you go out and explore, or did you just kind of stay low key after the win?
Nah, I always stay low key after the wins, after the fights. I never go out, win or lose. Like I never go out. That's something I've been doing since I was 17. Like ever since my first fights, I never like going out that same night. After maybe like 2 days after, yeah, I can go out, but usually there's always something like bothering my body after the fight. So I rather like rest and eat a lot.
What's the food of choice, man? Like obviously you got to stay disciplined during fight camp to make weight. What's the first go-to food that you want to devour after you get your hand raised?
Man, this time it was burgers and ice cream. That was something, two things I've been craving the whole camp because I had some things. I had some sushi during fight camp. I had what else I had? Not much. I had some pizza, like healthy, like cauliflower crust pizza. But I haven't had burgers. I hadn't had ice cream in like over 2 months. So that kind of stuff that I was craving, and I was seeing like sometimes like my girlfriend or my teammates have, and I wanted to have it, but I wanted to stay disciplined. I wanted to do the things right. Having a good camp also means having a good weight cut because you don't want to mess up your performance for like a shitty weight cut when you already put all the hard training in. It makes no sense to me. Like seeing this guy's wanted to cut like 20 pounds on the last day. Like it doesn't make sense.
But what is that cut like to you, for you to 155? Is that a pretty easy cut, or is that something that you got to stay super disciplined to make?
Uh, so it's not that hard, but I still stay super disciplined because I want to do it perfect. I like to do things like the right way, and I can make 145. I can drop a weight class, but I don't think I'm gonna do it. I'm still growing. I'm working with my strength and conditioning coach now in South Florida, and we're working on a lot of strength programs. So I want to be open to getting like more muscle, getting stronger. I don't want to like cut down that process by being on a really strict diet, and I also like to enjoy my off camp time by like eating whatever I want. I'm not saying I'm gonna get like super heavy, but I don't want to be like this like crazy diet all year just to cut to 45. If it's for a specific fight or something, I can do it, but I don't want to live like that. And I feel like at 55, I can enjoy a little more
Mhm.
my spare time, and I still feel strong at 55. Like it's not like I'm not feeling like a strength disadvantage or anything. I feel pretty good.
What do you walk around at, like 170-ish?
No, a little more. I get to like 180 probably. I'm not like the heaviest like lightweight, but I'm not like a small lightweight. It's not like I weigh like 170 like the whole year.
Okay, yeah, well, that would make sense then for 155 being your home here moving forward. Now, you did mention knowing Brandon Moreno, and obviously UFC 263 is this weekend. So I want to get some fight picks, man. Tell me who you think are going to win the main, co-main, and then Diaz Edwards. I can't wait for that fight. I know Diaz is a huge fan favorite. So give me some picks here. Who do you think are winning this weekend?
Hey, hey, I'm going with Brandon. I'm going with Brandon for sure. Let's go. He needs to get that belt from Mexico. It's gonna be a sick one. Brandon he's a very dedicated fighter, so yeah, I think he's gonna win the first fight, the rematch. That first fight was crazy. The guy he's fighting is pretty good. Like he's good everywhere. Like, how do you plan like a fight for that guy? But Brandon almost did it the first time. So yeah, I'm sure he will make the adjustments, the necessary adjustments. Yeah, that win. Talking about the Diaz Edwards, I forgot that that fight was in this card. Thank you for bringing that up. I'm going for Leon Edwards. I think Diaz, he can give like tough fights to people, but I think Leon Edwards is like pretty disciplined when he's fighting. Like he stays like consistent with a game plan. He sticks to it. So yeah, I think he's gonna like pick him apart with like shots, and yeah, he'll get the win. He'll win at least like 2 rounds out of the 3. Maybe Diaz can like pick it up a little bit on the 3rd round, land some shots, but I think Edwards gets the decision win. And on the main event, I don't know. Vittori's is pretty good. He's pretty strong. He has a good mindset for winning now, but I think Adesanya is very skilled. I don't know. Maybe he can do what Blachowicz did, like take him down and like put some like a lot of top control. But like this guy Blachowicz, he's pretty big. He's a big guy. Vittori's a big guy too, but I don't know, man. He's lower. He's lower than Adesanya at 50, at 85. That's a different thing than at 205.
Yeah,
Like,
I completely agree.
These guys can't handle with his skills.
Yeah, Adesanya's a beast. I think he's going to get it done. If I'm not mistaken, too, I believe the Diaz-Edwards fight is a 5-round fight, which is something that's new that the UFC is doing, and I love it because I think that's going to benefit Diaz if it goes into the 4th and 5th round because he has such great cardio and he picks it up late. So that's going to be something to keep your eyes on.
I didn't know that.
You think it'll make a difference?
Yeah, no, that changes everything. Because I was thinking about 3 rounds. So I have a question for you. Does Leonard Edwards ever fought 5 rounds before?
No, I think
so
he was scheduled to against Bilal Muhammad in his last fight, but obviously we know how that ended with the eye poke. So he has not been 5 rounds, not in the UFC. If he has, it's been earlier on in his career if he fought for a title, and if so, I'm not 100% certain about that.
Hey, so that's a change. That's a big change for this fight. I don't know what to say because if we haven't seen Leon ever fighting 5-rounders, you can always train for that, but the fight always is more tiring than training, man. It always like takes like every time I fight, I feel like I give everything out of my lungs, like everything, like there's nothing like after the fight. I'm like so tired after a fight, like I just want to rest and not do anything that's like that gets my heartbeat higher than walking. Only that. Like that's why I don't like going out. I'm like so tired. Like I did like mentally also like you have to focus so much to like get into the zone. Like I like getting into the zone before the fight. I like concentrating. I like focus. And then in the fight, you like of course put your body through a lot. So yeah, I'm just like tired after.
Yeah.
So we'll see. These 5-rounders are sick.
It's going to be a great card, no doubt about it. Let's talk a little bit about your camp here. You said you were at Sanford MMA this last camp. When will you make the trip back to South Florida there and be with all the guys at Sanford?
In July, brother. I'm gonna be here until July, and then I'll be back. Well, I have an event here. I have something to attend on the first week of July, and as soon as that passes, the next day, I'll be on the plane back to Miami. Sorry, back to South Florida. Yeah, I wanna get back into training. But I also want to enjoy my time a little bit here with my family. I was in Florida for the last 4 months. So yeah, now some well-deserved after getting the win time here down with my family and friends, and I'm still gonna train. I have my gym here, and but yeah, being back in Sanford is something I look forward to. I love getting.
I got to imagine with you being a UFC lightweight, and there's another guy at Sanford named Michael Chandler. I'm sure you know who I'm talking about here. Is he one of your training partners? Is this guy that you're working with on a regular basis?
So we didn't train much for his last fight because I was new there and he had just came back. I think he got there like a month and a half before his fight, and he already he didn't know me, so he was training for a title fight. You already have your partners sometimes, but yeah, we did train like at least like 4 or 5 times. We did get to like partner up, not on everyday basis, but now that I know all the people in the gym, we probably gotta train for his next fight. And he's a great partner. He's very explosive. He's a really good guy to have around at the gym.
Yeah, no doubt. I can't wait to see him back. I've always been a big fan of Michael Chandler, so excited to see what's next for him. Now, before this win over Jordan Leavitt, your last fight was all the way back in September of 2019, a UD win over Marcos Mariano. Why the long layoff? Was that just because of COVID and not being able to find a fight, or did you have like any injuries? Just elaborate on why it took you so long to fight again.
Okay, I'm gonna tell you the whole story. It's like a minute long. So at the beginning, I fought September. I rest for like a couple of weeks. I went back to training, and I asked for a fight on February. So I started training back in, let's say, mid-October to late October, and I started training. I was doing good. I remember I stayed home in New Year's. Like I didn't go out. Like all my friends. Like I already had a ticket to go like to the beach here in Peru, like North Shore Beach. Like you have to get like a flight ticket, and I canceled it. And I stayed with my coach training, just the two of us, because I wanted to fight in February, and I didn't want to like be out drinking and stuff like that. I wanted to train. So time like started passing, and they didn't give me a fight. Like they didn't say anything. They said like, okay, now we'll give you something for March. March came and COVID hit, and it was done from there. Like Peru like closed their borders, and I lost the whole year. Fast time like went away. Like the whole year passed. I just still can't believe it. I just fought, and it's half the year of 2021. Like we're June. I can't believe it. But it is what it is. Like I got my win, and I'm just planning on staying consistent this year. Try to get 2 more fights this year, and yeah, that's all.
Last couple questions for me, Claudio. When are you hoping to fight next? Is like a perfect time frame around August, or are you looking to fight sooner than that?
No, I don't think I'll get to fight as soon as August. I'll say September maybe. I'll say September, and then I can do after that one. I'm not coming back to Peru, so I mean like I'm not gonna have vacation again. So I wanna after that one I wanna fight one more like close to that one. You know what I mean? Like at the end of the year. So I don't want to take like 3 or 4 months. Like if I can do another one after 2 months, I'll be good. So that's why I'm saying 2 this year. Because I like one on September and then one on December. But you know if it can be on December, it wouldn't hurt me to like fight on January. It's almost the same thing.
Yeah, no doubt. And what about an opponent? Is there somebody that you'd like to call out, or someone that you feel like would be a nice matchup after your big win over Jordan?
I haven't really thought about it yet. I don't know. Maybe after I get one more win, I'll call someone out. I feel like I always felt like these call outs from people that are not in a certain position to call someone out doesn't really mean much. So if I call someone out, I wanted to like actually get that fight because I deserve it. So or because it's gonna be a crazy fight. So yeah, don't worry, you'll see me calling someone out when the time's right.
Okay, fair enough. Well, again, man, congratulations on your big win. Claudio Puelles, UD win over Jordan Leavitt this past Saturday. Pleasure to interview you for the first time, man. Before I let you go, I want to give you the floor. Tell people where to follow you on social media, and if you have anyone to thank, the floor is yours.
Thank you, man. So I basically do all my social media on Instagram. That's the one I use the most, and it's Claudio, my name, Claudio Claudio _ Puelles. So my name is a little difficult for English, I know, but let's just hope people find me Claudio _ Puelles, and I have my blue badge in there, so you know it's me.